Sorry about the disconnection there. Yeah, I think my internet might be having problems right now. Hopefully it'll get better. Hopefully I fixed it. Anyway, the reason why the transcript is right there, yeah, it cut off some text. So, let's just continue the text from where it broke off. See? The screws came out with it, right? Then the doorknob next to Nekomaru's body came off the door to Grape Hall. Well, that's what it looks like. When you said clue, were you talking about this? But what is it a clue to? Yeah, that's interesting.
What?
Huh? Did you get even more confused? No need to worry. Just one clue will change everything. Huh? All the mysteries will be solved, as if everything were linked together. If you can reach it. Just like I did. What does that mean? Even if I ask him that, Nagito probably won't give me an answer. I really have no idea what Nagito is talking about so far. So it'd just be a waste of time to ask. And here we go, the class trial. Hopefully we're ready.
That it's time for the class trial! To tell you the truth, I'm tired. Extremely tired. I feel like spending the rest of my life hibernating already. Man, I know it's bad, but I'm so sleepy. I just want to ditch. Though I really don't feel like it, I'll show you my serious side when you come to the class trial. Even though it's impossible since it's so annoying, you can count on me to take this seriously.
Oh boy. Looks like it's going to start. Another class trial.
Hey!
But how are we supposed to get to the trial ground?
Damn it!
You're right. We can't do anything unless we get out of this building. Kane, did something happen?
Hey!
No. Well, do you guys hear something? Hear something?
Hey!
What do you hear this time? Suddenly, as if cutting off Chiaki, our surroundings started to shake and rumble. And then, it suddenly appeared before us. Uh-oh. Oh, great. We're not going to Monokuma Rock. Monokuma Rock is coming to us. Is he telling us to go inside from here? Seems that way. Alright, I've gotta go. Just hold on, Nekomaru. I'll make sure I avenge you. Jeez, at least be a little cautious. It's obviously a trap.
It appears
I
you cannot
agree.
escape.
I detect the scent of danger. Even my familiars are saying, do not go inside.
It's nearly showtime!
How interesting. If you can kill me, you're welcome to try. Try stabbing your swords through my very heart. Now then, we shall get moving as well.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. It's annoying, but if Miss Sonya's going, there's no way I'm not gonna go.
Damn it!
But it's so damn annoying. I guess it doesn't matter if it's a trap or not. One by one, everyone went into Monokuma Rock until I was the only one left. And when it was about to take a step forward, we're the same. The same stepladders. Huh? Akito was suddenly standing next to me with his eyes locked onto Monokuma Rock. Other than the small movements of his mouth, he was perfectly still.
Well,
you and I are just stepladders for everyone who holds the title of Ultimate. I always believed that I didn't mind. Unlike you, I know my place. What are you saying?
man.
That's why I was prepared to become a sacrifice at any time. And from that, true hope would be born. I always believed that the talent that survived would be true hope.
Damn it.
But it wasn't. There's no hope amidst all this killing. Of course there isn't! What kind of hope comes from killing people?
What?
Really? Are you suggesting that sacrificing others for hope isn't real hope? But you're wrong. It's only natural and extremely obvious that strong hope devours weak hope.
Isn't that right?
After all, that's what it means to live, right? There's no way I'm going to accept that.
Well...
Oh well, it's not like that's what I wanted to say to you anyway.
Hey.
There's this one novel I like. It's a peculiar mystery story. Huh? A novel? The story is told from the point of view of a high school girl involved in a serial killer mystery. But when you get to the end, surprise, surprise, the girl was actually the killer. Of course, the story is written carefully, so the reader doesn't learn the ending in the middle of the story. So what, are you just trying to say that you're the killer from now on? I'm sorry, but no, I got evidence that proves that you are not the killer this time, Nagito. And it's the fact that you went through the found dead room after the murder. Because, as you say, that you don't have to play the found dead room again once you solved it. So why do you have to solve it this time after the murder, huh? And some of those weapons, namely the wire and the hammer, at least had to come through the final dead room. So, no, you're innocent, Nagito. So if that's it, then there's 3 people that have to suspect as killers. At least one of the 3. Fuyuhiko, Kazuichi, and Gundam. One of those 3 has to be the killer. The protagonist is just a projection of the reader. And this projection turns out to be the killer. Which means the killer you were looking for the whole time was inside you all along. How do you feel about novels like that? But if he's not talking about this case, maybe it might be this whole game, I think, maybe? Is that what you're saying, Nagito? What the heck are you talking about? You're just jumping from one topic to another. And I can't comment on a book that I never read before.
No good at all.
Such a normal answer. I should have expected that from a talentless, reserve corps student like you. But I know that you don't matter at all. So why do I care about you? You admire hope. I love hope.
Right?
In some ways, we're similar. But maybe that difference is what's making me so emotional. Enough already! I don't have time to argue with you. Let's go. Everyone is waiting.
Man.
Everyone, huh? So you still believe you're just like everyone else? Reserve Corps students are so full of themselves. Nagito's chilling laugh continued as he disappeared into Malkuma Rock. Jeez. Calm down. That's right. I need to calm down. I took several deep breaths, and once my nerves had settled, I stepped into Malkuma Rock. Here we go. The elevator shook violently as it descended at an ever-increasing speed.
Hey.
When we're in a normal elevator that shakes this bad, it reminds me how efficient that elevator in the funhouse
Well,
was.
yeah.
Yeah, that's probably true. Now the elevator continued to shake and descended deeper and deeper, and suddenly it stopped, like it always does. And the door opened. Okay! Nice nice set boxes there, Makuma. I understand your desire to apply to this wonderfully vulgar trial ground. But it's so exhausting to discuss useless things, so let's just get on with it already. Oh, so sad. My chest hurts. Forcing everyone to do this is so sad.
Hey!
Hey!
Come on now!
Don't go talking without permission after I said my catchphrase.
Now I'm really angry!
Otherwise, I'll roll the dice and based on the result, I'll give you a sex change operation that many times. Oh, really? You're just insulting the board games now. What an extreme punishment.
Now then.
Now then, let's get on with it once again. Let's get move on, boys and girls. And so it begins. I hope this would never happen again, and now it's happening for the 4th time. The curtain to the 4th class trial was about to open. Nekomuro Naidai, the ultimate team manager. He was more passionate, more daring, more honest than anyone I'd ever met. Truly, he was more man than any of us. He sacrificed his body to protect Akane, and his appearance changed drastically because of that. But he still tried to live earnestly. And just when I finally got used to his new form, Nekomaru's killer is one of us. Killing someone because it's the only way to survive is no excuse. I won't let this be excused. I won't forgive this. The person who betrayed Nekomaru, who betrayed their friends, I will never, ever forgive them. And so, this life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun. Alright! So now it's actually time to start the 4th trial. But first, let me just check the skills, because, yeah, I did get a couple more fragments. So let's see what's available. I could increase the influence and focus gauges right off the bat, or increase the recovery when the correct answers are chosen. That could make up for the annoying and improved Tangman's gambits. Maybe I could increase the aiming speed, most likely. Or maybe the trigger happy. Then again, I could always get the algorithm. Because, yeah, speed when memorizing a statement, yeah, that can be quite useful since it's so darn slow. It decreases that slower rate, covers over time during concentration and fever time, or increases the bullet capacity. Okay. Okay, so I'm down to 2 skills, either memorizing a statement or increases the bullet capacity. One of the two. One of the two. I'm stuck between both of them. I guess for now, I think just memorizing a statement's good enough. Because I don't know how many memorizing statements there are, and I possibly need the memorization speed, so yeah, let's get that skill. Alright, so the algorithm, and yeah, that's just about it. So, let's go ahead and start the trial. All rise.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. I'm sure you guys are starving by now, but let's get revved up and raring to go! Whoever survives will be treated to a fancy lunch. Guess what? Rabbit curry is on the menu.
Oh, come on, Monokuma.
Huh? I'm not the main ingredient, right?
I'm here today because Coach Nekomaru risked his life to protect me. I'm gonna be the one who avenges him. I'll definitely find out who the killer is. I'm definitely not tempted by curry. Got it?
Oh boy.
Akane, you seem to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth.
Hey, why don't we try going over the incident?
Yeah, that will be good.
We weren't able to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding.
I discovered Nekomaru's body a little before 7 a.m. I headed over to Grape Tower for Monokuma Taichi and found the body there.
Along with Chiaki and me. So, we're the initial 3 who discovered the body, and as long as the killer is not within us this time, as long as the killer is not one of the 3 people who discovered the body because of the Monokuma announcement, those 3 are safe. Sonya, Chiaki, and me.
Hajime and Chiaki were also with me.
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that early in the morning? Don't tell me you 3 were together since last night!
No, Kazuichi. We were there to prepare for Monokuma's Taichi.
Imbecile! I am not some woman with flexible legs.
Of course you're not. You're much classier than that.
With legs like those, I could probably do the splits real easy.
We just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House and went to the tower together.
And then, the 3 of us discovered Nekomaru's body.
The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House, obviously.
Yeah.
As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall. But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that. Thinking we should at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
Forget these boring intros. Let's talk about the killer. Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
Okay, yeah, I had that same thought as well, Akane, but what's your reasoning?
What do you mean, definitely?
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly. So it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes.
That's your reason, Akane? That's your reason? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I also believe it's from someone from Strawberry House, but just not with your reasoning.
One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all of you in half!
Oh, jeez.
You're the cruelest one here!
Now. Enough with the lovers' quarrel. We need to think about this seriously.
Yeah.
We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this time has many questions.
The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The weapon.
Okay, good. The weapon. Okay.
Well, the weapon is obvious, right?
Not really.
What the heck, you guys? The weapon! You could totally tell just by looking.
Not really. You can tell what the weapon is just by looking? It wouldn't be much of a mystery if that were true. The only thing at the crime scene that looked like a weapon was probably the hammer, which was spotless, new and spotless, so it's not the murder weapon. I want to try something. Okay.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime!
That pillar, huh?
You can actually start the
No,
conversation
the hammer!
early.
The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him!
If it was unexpected, I suppose
Nope.
that is possible.
That's right! It was a surprise beating! The
Nope.
weapon is decided!
Huh? The hammer in the tower was the weapon. Like he said, it looks like that's the case, but nope, I'm
I
not
guess we
buying
should
that.
figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
Nope.
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him!
Nope.
No, that's wrong! No, I can't accept that that hammer was the murder weapon.
Why not? Why can't you accept it?
It's brand new. Spotless.
A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body. Just like human blood, right? If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be on it at least.
But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
Well, yeah, but the killer might have wiped off the oil later.
If they had time to wipe out the oil from the hammer, then they could have at least removed the hammer.
Why?
Well, obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
Then why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
Yeah.
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
So, baby gangsta?
Baby gangsta? Me?
Just so you all know, I was trying to test you guys.
Uh-huh, yeah, sure.
I thought, maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
It seems that was a waste of time.
I agree.
Then what was the real weapon used to murder Nekomaru?
That's the problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential weapon.
Well, I can think of one item that definitely had oil and technically killed Nekomaru.
Then, how about we look at it from a different angle? If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right?
The actual weapon has oil on it, but if it's something at the crime scene that had oil on it, yeah, it's got to be the broken pillar.
I see!
The only thing with oil on it is that broken pillar.
Then that pillar is the weapon! Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar!
Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar. Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
Why?
We tried to move it, right?
Yeah. It's no use. It's barely budging. Didn't I tell you?
Yeah, that pillar was pretty freaking heavy. But there's one dude who could have lifted that pillar.
Huh? Who are you talking about?
Coach Nekomaru's robot body! With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy.
So, he lifted the pillar, and then what? Did he use it to beat himself?
You mean Nekomaru killed himself?
I doubt it. I don't think it's a suicide this time.
Don't be stupid! He ain't the type to commit suicide!
Then even if Nekomaru could have lifted that pillar, it has nothing to do with the case at all.
Well, I guess you're right.
What the heck?
But it does bother me a little. That word, suicide. By the way, the fourth murder of the killing school life was apparently ruled a suicide. Huh? No, that shouldn't matter. There's no way Nekomaru would commit suicide.
But that's a problem. If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think of.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
Huh? For reals?
Yes, for reals.
Ah ha 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 ha.
I see. So my gut was right after all. Alright, it's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
Understood. Then I shall give it my all. Sonia, here I go!
Oh boy. Okay, so how can I make the weapon look like it's not the murder weapon? The oil on the floor? Maybe. Oh, I can switch between them! Right at the very start, just by holding the L1 button right at the start. That's interesting. It's either the oil on the floor or the tipped over pillar.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
I doubt it.
Even I could probably tip it over.
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl! I'm getting hella excited!
The killer murdered Nekomaru by tipping over that pillar. Is that really it? I doubt
There's
it.
no need.
Let me just take a look at either the oil on the floor and the tipped over pillar. So heavy that even 2 people couldn't budge it. So it's gotta be one of the 2. The oil on the floor proves that he died there, and the tipped over pillar had the blood right on there. It's gotta be one of the 2.
To lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
Nope. What does the fact have to do with the fact that the killer tipped over the pillar? Geez, cease your questioning and stay back. The killer tipped over the pillar.
Damn it!
It's no use. I can't shoot through the contradiction with this.
There's no.
Okay, yeah, so the oil on the floor is wrong. Okay. So it's gotta be the tipped over pillar, right? It was so heavy that even 2 people couldn't budge it. Maybe. Oh, dang, I completely forgot. The pillar fragments. God dang it. Why did I completely forget about the pillar fragments?
We need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
No, that's wrong!
Can't believe I was such an idiot right down there. I was such an idiot.
If Nekomaru was crushed by the pillar, then there should have been fragments on top of his body.
Huh? Fragments?
The pillar fragments were scattered beneath
Hey,
Nekomaru's
Gimmick.
body, but there weren't any on top of his body.
Sorry you had to see that unfortunate mistake. I just made a mistake on like the second non-stop debate. I completely forgot about the frickin' pillar fragments that were not on top of the body, they were underneath the body. Ugh.
If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed him, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
I briefly considered that too, but it's probably not what happened.
I apologize, Gimmick. I probably won't get another A rank here today. Thank gosh that I got the perfect in Chapter 2.
I see. That was entirely my bad.
If they didn't tip it over, then how did the killer murder Nekomaru with that pillar?
How much longer are you gonna focus on the pillar? Just let it go already!
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
Yeah, technically he did die because of that pillar. Oh, that's good. That's good, Gimmick. Oh, thanks for trying to cheer me up.
Why are you so certain about that?
I just have a feeling.
A feeling, huh? That's just your instincts.
Oh, and Gimmick, I think while I'm on the subject, I just happened to... Do you remember that code from the end of the escape room game with Nagito? 9875? Yeah, I happened to see the solution soon after. right now, I figured out how to get to that solution, and it turns out I was looking at the lights the wrong way. Yeah, instead of reading I should have focused on each light one at a time and keep track of whether they're on or off. For example, for the first light, it was on, then off, and then off, then on, which corresponds to 9 according to the Othello rules down there in the laptop. Then for the second light, it was off, 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 on, leading to 8. Then on, off for the third to lead to 7. And on, off, for the fourth light to lead to 5. So that's how I saw the solution. And yeah, you saying yes means that, yeah, that's the that's the way you're supposed to figure out the solution. Well, if there was one less or one more light, then I could have gone that way easier. Instead, pretty much like, because I noticed that there were 4 lights down there, it's pretty much easier to think that I had to keep track of those 4 lights on at a time, instead of just doing it one light at a time. Man, I just hate that part of the escape room so much.
But we can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong, can we?
Huh?
There's another way to use that pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed it.
Wait. What happened? What? I just noticed Mekon. That's definitely not an X. That's more like a cross sign. Yeah, that's intentional. Mekon's and yours. Ha ha ha. The plus represents the health. Ha ha.
Is that true?
Then I shall ask you, what way is that?
Well, Nagito?
You guys, the same as usual. You're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers.
Nope,
so you just
not yet.
stand there and falter. What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh. What did you say? Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should lend a hand.
Hey, Nagito. What the hell happened to you? How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
I've learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance is by far the greatest shame.
Huh? What do you mean?
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill!
Yeah!
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough. But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible.
A specific item?
Of course, the ultimate weapon.
And of course, Nagito knows what that ultimate weapon is. And just by thinking about the chain on the door and the door handle, and how the bodies are arranged, I see that how it could lead to free falling, most likely. I'm starting to see a picture.
Ultimate weapon?
Of what the ultimate weapon is.
Isn't that the thing you get when you clear the final dead room?
At least you get access to it, if you know what you're looking for. Yeah, it could be reference to the nurse ability, yeah.
So, Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
Of course I know, but I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know?
We've seen it?
That's right. You've seen it clearly. Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate weapon!
What?
I am he who cuts the insolent catalyst which flows out from the chaos with the sword of victory. It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon!
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield your 4 Dark Devas of Destruction.
Don't speak together with Gundam like that, you'll only embarrass Kazuichi some more.
I see.
I don't know why, but I'm unliking this.
Oh boy.
Cut the bullshit and say it clearly. What is the ultimate weapon?
In order to clarify that, we first need to solve the secret of the funhouse.
Huh? The secret of the funhouse?
You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't you? Ah, I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
Of course.
Except for Hajime?
If we make it out of this, I'll explain it to you guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, we must first clarify the secret of the funhouse, right? Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the funhouse. Strawberry House leads to Strawberry Tower, and Grape House leads to Grape Tower. But in actuality, they are both the same building, and both houses are linked to the central tower.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the funhouse.
Man, not only does that make perfect sense, but Miss Sonia's beautiful voice is just so soothing.
Of course you agree with everything Sonia says.
Faux show! I shall leave this matter to your discretion.
The two houses are connected to the tower in the middle. I thought that at first too, but I ended up finding proof that completely contradicts that. Excuse me? Excuse me? Are you trying to say that they're not the same building at all? I got evidence that contradicts that! So wait, I have to prove that they're two completely different buildings first before I can actually prove later on that they're the same building? Oh my gosh. Yeah, this game apparently punishes me for thinking ahead. And I discover now, you can actually choose which bullet you want to start with at the start as long as you hold the L1 button, and you can choose which one. So I have the feeling it's gotta be the strange feeling in the tower that's supposed to be contradictory.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, we're trying to disprove that right off the bat, even though I really did not want to.
Both of those towers, are they really the same place?
Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland?
Oh, come on, Sonia.
Hajime, I won't tolerate any sort of rebellion.
I mean, doesn't it seem strange? When we went to Grape Tower from Grape Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry Hall. But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Grape Hall.
It's probably some kind of trick, like the floor rotating 180 degrees or something. If it is, then see? That means it could have passed as the exact same place, right?
If so, then what? Do you seriously think such a simple answer is the correct answer?
Does that mean he's wrong?
Oops, I guess I've said too much.
If the floor didn't rotate, then that means we need to think about the structure of the building again.
Bow down!
Okay, Sonia, what's your argument this time?
Then how about this? Somebody moved Nekomaru's body.
I got evidence that says it's clearly impossible unless it's one specific person.
While we were moving from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower? But we should have all been together during that time. Even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
Then Monokuma did it. While we were moving, Monokuma quickly moved things around.
But Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved. Are you saying the broken pillar was moved too?
If it is too heavy to carry, let them roll it. Just like if there is no bread, let them eat cake.
Of course, we gotta quote Marie Antoinette now. Alright, so we got proof that the body wasn't moved. Well, there's one simple way to do that. Lay oil on the floor.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Dang, I ran out of cuts. As expected of a princess, she's overcoming my arguments with great confidence. I need to counter her remarks and wait for an opportunity to refute her.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Yeah, I ran out of cuts. So what can I do now?
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved.
Oh, that's why. Stack
the pillar
them.
could, and Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Okay, that was weird.
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear. The pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene?
Not
Allow me to cut
everything.
through those words.
The oil did not move.
Moving the body and pillar is possible, but it would have been impossible to move the oil on the floor.
Huh?
When the position of Nekomaru's body and the pillar changed, the oil surrounding his body moved too. Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible, no matter how you look at it.
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
I am terribly sorry. I cannot believe I got so fired up.
It's all right. A fired-up Miss Sonia is awesome to watch.
So what really happened? Does that mean the two towers aren't the same building?
We can't be certain of that either. Not when the experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower floor was a complete success.
Yeah, so that proves that it's the same tower.
Yeah, the e-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the two towers were the same building.
If they're not the same building or two different buildings, then what are they?
Maybe two different places inside the same building?
No idea, huh?
This mystery ties into the secret of the funhouse. But we don't have enough clues to solve that mystery. Then, the only thing we can do is rely on the one person who has those clues.
Hey, Nagito. I thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was coming up. Fine. I'll tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the funhouse.
Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint.
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial properly.
Oh, come on, Nagito.
It's also important for me because it will help me determine something.
Determine? Is he talking about the traitor? If so, why did Nagito say that all of a sudden? Did something happen to him?
But how do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
I have a good reason for that. The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action.
Well, you and the killer at least. He performed the appropriate action in order to learn the secret. Could he be talking about the life-threatening game?
I see!
You're talking about the final dead room, right? You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it. In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete. And there, a small conspicuous window waited, all by itself.
Can we see what's on the other side of the window, please?
From that window, I saw some very strange scenery.
Strange scenery?
Instead of explaining it, it might be faster just to show you. At an opportune time, I found a perfect camera in the final dead room.
You took a picture?
Yep.
Nagito grinned creepily as he retrieved a small digital camera from his inner pocket.
See? This is it.
And as he said that, he showed us a peculiar picture. Oh my gosh.
Let me explain it to you again.
Okay, so Gimmick, this is the picture that Nagito was hiding from us all this time.
I took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House, from the secret room within the final dead room. But don't you think it's weird? If the funhouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking, then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right?
Yeah, I can certainly see one right now. Lots of things that shouldn't make sense in this picture.
Then let's begin. Shall I call it Thinking time.
Okay. Wait. What doesn't make sense in this picture? Obviously, the fact that Grape House was not there. Yeah, there should be a Grape House building right down there if that's what we were originally thinking, but it's not there.
Here!
If the structure of the funhouse is what we thought it was, Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle.
It's still there, Gimmick?
Which means, if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind it. But in this photo, I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
I see. And is that it?
Nagito said there's lots of things that don't make sense in this photo. Which means there are other contradictions contained within it. Wait, what? Other contradictions? What doesn't make sense in this picture? Okay, what doesn't make sense in this picture? Okay, so let me think. This is obviously on the same... This is supposed to be the first floor of the Strawberry House, right? And the middle is what Nagito is viewing from the middle level. Why is there a floor underneath?
Here!
You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final dead room, right? If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
Yeah, it should have been.
Then, this is definitely strange. This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor. The angles suggest it was taken from higher up.
Yeah.
That's right. Good call. In summary, this is the truth contained in this photo. The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
It's not? Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye?
From this point on, do your own thinking. Now that you've finally met the same requirements as me, if you guys are truly symbols of hope, you can easily solve a simple mystery like this. It might be possible for Hajime to solve it too, even though he's just a normal high school student. Despite the fact that you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
The other clue? Is he talking about that one time? Why, hello there, Hajime. Nagito, why are you here? Because I showed up. You showed up? How did you even come here? Maybe I teleported?
You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second floor of Grape House, right?
I'm asking you just to be safe. At the time, where do you think I came from?
The top floor, right?
Such sharp eyes. So you realized it already?
Top floor. So the third floor?
So there was a secret so was Nagito saying that there was a secret passage from the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House?
But the Monokuma Archive should be the only room on the third floor of Grape House.
What does it mean?
Was that thing just now another hint to figuring out the mystery behind the funhouse's structure? The reason Nagito appeared from the third floor, using the photo he took, I might be able to find the answer if I just think about it. Alright, let's do this. Logic dive, here we go. Alright, let's go. Oh, okay, now the fan blades are popping up. Ow, 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 ow. Slow down, slow down. You have to slow down. Question 1. Do Strawberry House and Grape House both exist? Of course they both exist. What the heck kind of question is that? Okay, now they just appear out of nowhere. Okay, I should be more careful. Oh boy. Question 2. Are Strawberry House and Grape House the same building or two different buildings? They gotta be different buildings, otherwise we all might bump into one another all the time. They gotta be different buildings. What? Are you kidding me? They're actually the same building. Okay. Guess I'm a little bit rusty today. What the heck is wrong with me? That just caused me to become this rusty. Question 3. How are Strawberry House and Grape House positioned with each other? It's gotta be vertically, otherwise Nagito wouldn't have appeared like that. Thankfully, all the answers are there. Now them cut off.
It's all coming together.
Brain blast. Are you still there, Gimmick?
Got it. I know the secret of the funhouse.
Then let me hear it. What kind of answer will you give, I wonder?
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go? There was only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House. Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different floors.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense.
Same building, different floors?
Then the two houses aren't two different 3-story buildings. They're actually one 6-story building?
If you think about it like that, based on Nagito's picture, it's clear where Strawberry House is located.
Where Strawberry House is located, it's above Grape House, of course.
I see! On top of Grape House. That's where Strawberry House is located. Because of that, the photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle. Altogether, this means the first floor of Strawberry House is also the 4th floor above Grape House.
Oh, snap! I never expected that the two houses were connected vertically.
But what about the shape of the building? The two houses were completely different shapes.
Strawberry House is 4-sided, and Grape House is 6-sided, right?
Yeah.
It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was structured with two different shapes. A quadrilateral and a hexagon, overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we would perceive them. And it worked, didn't it?
Yeah.
Disregarding the tower, we fully believed the two houses were two separate, distinct buildings.
In order to conceal the unique design of the funhouse, Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
You've just been Kuma'd!
Oh boy.
Don't you think a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a fun house?
Then, it's true? The building was really like that?
That's right! Those two houses exist on different floors in the same building!
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
Then what about the towers? Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
No reason not to think.
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building. Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House, Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
However, if they're different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's body in both places?
Aw, your precious hammies don't know? But it's so simple. Alrighty then. I'll be the one who solves this mystery in a flash. Please watch me, Miss Sonia.
Oh, I see. Do whatever you like.
I'll definitely make her watch me. I'm gonna stand out till she notices me.
Okay, what's your thoughts, Kazuichi?
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
What?
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them!
Oh boy. A dummy of Nekomaru's body existed? Does that mean the killer prepared it in advance? But is something like that even possible? No freaking way.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
And hurry up!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
Nope.
No, that's wrong!
After all, you disassembled it. How could the killer prepare that in advance?
Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy. That can be proven by Kazuichi's account.
Me?
Remember? When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had moved. And that's when you said...
Not just that, the parts that I carefully arranged when I disassembled the body all moved too.
Right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Grape Tower, right? The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built a dummy.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
Miss Sonia, that's a pretty harsh joke. You are joking, right?
It's alright. Kazuichi is not the killer.
No, he's not.
If he was,
I don't think.
he wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall.
Yeah, so that makes sense, so we can remove him off the suspects list. So now we're down to 2, Fuyuhiko and Gundam. Fuyuhiko, it must be nice being one of the prime suspects in the killing 3 cases in a row.
It'd be much more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken.
I see. That is disappointing.
I'm even more disappointed.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
The reason Nekomaru's body was in both towers, even though it was supposed to be on different floors.
Maybe it was simply moved?
Yeah.
The body moved to a different floor?
You can't think of a device like that? A device that moves things to different floors in the same building?
A device like that? A device that transports things to different floors in the same building. I feel like I've seen that before. No, really? Alright, let's do this. Now, welcome back, Gimmick, and oh my gosh, I hate this Hangman's Gambit. Ugh. And yeah, we probably already know that Strawberry House is on top of Grape House. Where is the eye? Where is the eye? Where is the eye? Not the L. Where the heck is the eye? Come on, eye, I'm waiting. Oh, sorry. I forgot, there's no eye. Elevator. I have a elevator. I just can't spell. Don't need L's anymore. What's wrong with me? Oh gosh, now they're moving extremely quick. Me? Where's the L? Where's the L? Come on. Oh. Probably helps if I could spell.
You must be talking about an elevator.
What? Are you saying Nekomaru's body was transported using an elevator?
Where the hell is this elevator anyway?
Why, right in the tower, of course.
It's the tower itself. The inside of the tower is one big elevator. Which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator. So whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, it all leads to the same room, right?
And that's why the chain does not matter.
So that's why we could only enter it from one side or the other.
Now that you mention it, sometimes when I pressed the door button, it took a while for it to open.
Okay, I think, Gimmick, I think you're falling behind in the chat a little bit.
I see. We were basically waiting for the room to arrive, just like an elevator.
Please hold on. If the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator, then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape Tower? And a picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower?
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right? But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone.
Not just that, but if I remember correctly, even the doorknob was broken off.
Yeah.
There are too many strange things. Was that tower really an elevator?
Yes, they did talk about the compass, Gimmick. Yeah, hold on. I think I gotta send a message to you. Because I think you're falling behind in the chat. Okay, there we go.
When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
What did you say?
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on what hasn't.
Are you refreshed? Okay.
Why do we have to do that?
It's fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
Yeah, can you hear me now, Gimmick? The things that didn't change when we moved between the two towers. That includes the body, the pillar, and the oil. We've been talking about that stuff for a while now. There shouldn't be anything strange about them. Not even the fact that they all moved with the elevator. The one thing these all have in common was that they were all on the floor.
I see! Is it safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change?
And?
And?
Why did the picture on the far back door change? If you can figure that out, you'll have the answer.
Okay, yeah, that's good, Gimmick.
The reason is because that elevator has something unique about it.
There's something unique about that elevator? Only the floor moves?
I see!
There's no ceiling.
So that's it. The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
Only the floor moved?
Which means the whole room wasn't an elevator, only the floor was. That's why we saw different doors in each tower. Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far back wall had a strawberry design. And on the fourth floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
Then, where do the different floors lead?
I assume they're decoration.
I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show.
Just for show? Why was something like that necessary?
So we'd falsely believe that the doors were connected to where their picture signified.
Yeah.
It was actually very effective. Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building had a totally twisted personality.
Did you hear that, Monami?
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
Wait, there's no way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tasteless jokes.
By the way, what does the chain on the far back door in Grape Tower mean?
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
Oh, that explains it, Gimmick. Okay.
Why?
Because of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right?
And like you said, I could probably use these parts to repair that button, but... Seriously, hold on! Even if you do repair the button, what's going to happen to the chain on the other side of the door? Chain? The door that leads to Strawberry Hall has a chain wrapped around the doorknob. Even if you fix the button on the Strawberry Hall side, the door will open as long as that chain is there. They don't need to worry about that at all. Huh?
The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower. Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the funhouse. The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building. In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand.
Dang.
And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth. The truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building. The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
Oh, that's why you're having, internet issues, okay.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
Possibly.
It would have been a major inconvenience. After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
Which is...
What a pain. It's fine already.
Gundam, please proceed.
You said earlier that Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically, right? If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house to the other?
I see. Now that you mention it, I completely forgot about that matter.
If that elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side. But does this reflect reality? Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator. And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator.
Of course, that's why the elevator flipped 180 degrees. That's why.
Which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower. Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
What does this mean?
I agree. What does this mean? If the two houses are connected vertically, the position of the tower should be the same in both houses. But in fact, when my back was facing the elevator in Grape House, the tower was on my right. And when my back was facing the elevator in Strawberry House, the tower was on my left. How can I break through this contradiction? Yeah, I think with Kazuichi's account, you know, the compass and the elevator.
If the two houses are connected vertically.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses...
Oh, come on, really? It was
the
still
contact
on
elevator is
screen.
behind you. The towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning...
It's clearly contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
So, Gundam and Sonya have matching arguments. It sounds like it makes sense, but... is that really correct?
If the two houses are connected
The elevator should move.
vertically, not horizontally.
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
It was still on screen before.
The elevator wasn't just moving vertically. Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
Huh? Me?
Come on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito gave you, right?
Oh, that. Yeah, that was pretty strange. From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
Rotated 180 degrees?
I completely forgot about Makuma giving a clue.
Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses, it also rotated 180 degrees. It was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side.
Yeah.
Which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
So that explains it.
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
An elevator that rotates while it moves. Is that even possible? It's like something from an amusement park.
Well, since this island is technically an amusement park...
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction, you know. And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun.
That's not splendid at all. You're inhuman.
Well, technically he's not human at all. He's just a robot bear.
You say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear. So I was never human to begin with.
Are your second and third favorite females in Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair? Who are they, Gimmick?
I'm different from these lowly humans.
So we're done with the secret of the funhouse, right? Then let's start talking about the important stuff. What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
Yeah.
Huh? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you know.
What is the Octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
Oh my... I can't believe I have to explain that now.
Oh boy.
As long as you know what an octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.
Oh, Sonya and Chiaki. Okay. What an octagon means, it's an 8-sided shape, right?
I see!
If I recall, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right?
Well then, who's your first favorite female in Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair?
I didn't expect you to know that. For a substitute reserve course student, you're quite knowledgeable. I guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
The place befitting of the name Octagon, it's probably... Well, since we know that Nagito has not gone between floors when he entered the found dead room, it should be outside the Strawberry House first floor.
Here!
Oh, really? Hyoko's your favorite. Okay.
You're talking about the secret room surrounded by concrete in the depths of the final dead room.
Why is that place the Octagon?
You know how the 4-sided Strawberry House is on top of the 6-sided Grape House?
Yeah.
If you cut a 4-sided shape out of a 6-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
Oh yeah, it does have 8 edges.
That's basically the gist of it.
Yeah, not really a perfect octagon there, it's just one of the more unusual ones.
The true identity of the octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final dead room. In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the octagon.
Learned?
The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the funhouse. Which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru. Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the funhouse from the scenery, and then thought of a way to kill making use of the building structure.
The funhouse itself is the weapon, so they killed using the building structure?
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building. But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime. It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
Yeah, me neither, since I haven't seen one yet. How the funhouse is the true identity of the ultimate weapon? What does this mean? How did the killer use that to murder Nekomaru? And who is the killer who did that? And we have a break. Suspend.
Hiya!
Why, hello there! I have a new bad word to call Monami. I can already tell I won't be pleased by this. Then let me say it right away. I'm already used to insult and slander. There's no way I'll get hurt by a mere word. Monami is a serious Stufatly. That's much more straightforward than I expected. Stufatly, huh? That's not it. That's not it at all. Stupid, fat, and ugly. The perfect jet stream attack. Incorporating all 3 of these would be... Ta-da! Stufatly. Huh? Huh? There's a fat hidden in there? And that's what you're more concerned about?
Okay, everyone, all together now! Monami is a serious Stufatly.
Monokuma is a serious Stufatly. What? I said it. Resume?
Hello. I hope your day is well. I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up. My heart's thumping like crazy. I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy. Yeehaw! But be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons.
Breaking the fourth wall there.
And just like I say each time, don't forget to save frequently.
Yeah.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon. Oh well, let's just press on ahead.
Is it really alright to accept a situation so easily?
I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is...
You're not Stufatly, gimmick.
the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Nekomaru's murderer?
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
Yeah, I can believe it.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but I will sincerely retract that remark.
Okay, that's good, Nagito.
Retract?
I'm disappointed too, you know. If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder. Forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
I see.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can.
Okay, Gimmick. Yeah, I think I might become a serious Danganronpa fan as well, at this rate.
Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know.
Yeah, I just want that delicious curry at the end, don't you, Akane?
Akane! You're drooling waterfalls?
Nagito, as usual, I can't tell what he's thinking. I have no idea if he's serious or not.
Anyway, if the killer used the building structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
Yeah, since I easily know what that is now. Nekomaru's cause of death, huh? No thanks, Gimmick. He was horribly damaged, as if he was beaten senseless with a blunt object. Well, if he was beaten with a blunt object, it wouldn't be a kill that utilized the building structure. So, what was Nekomaru's cause of death that also utilized the building structure? Free falling.
I see! That's it. I think he might have died from falling.
Died from falling?
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected, then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
You don't necessarily have to push him.
That I don't know yet.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method. Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
It might be possible in the tower.
Yeah.
You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
No, I still think free falling is correct.
But my gut is going crazy right now.
If Nekomaru died from falling, where did the killer shove Nekomaru from? I'm really starting to doubt that Nekomaru got pushed. If I'm going to reach the truth behind this incident, I need to solve that mystery next. I really don't think he was pushed. Maybe he's just hung there. Okay, so let's see. I could try that for starters.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Yeah, that's impossible, right?
How about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Yeah.
Hold on! Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside.
Nope.
No, that's wrong!
The goodnight button makes use of the fact that it's not a moving object anymore.
That sensor should only work if something is moving. If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be his sleep mode?
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode.
Yeah, it's up to you on which person you can get the hope fragments from next.
If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it.
Not if he was just hanging there.
There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes?
That's what I was about to explain, before Kazuichi interrupted me.
Silence, pest!
Now you're calling me a pest?
A way to create the drop inside the elevator while Nekomaru was still in it. Chiaki seems to have an idea, but what way could that be? Yeah, I think it was hanging from the wire.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
What?
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
No!
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
Yep,
I agree with that.
I agree. He hung from the doorknob.
Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it? That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Okay, Gimmick.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
Yeah, release his left leg.
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop. If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob...
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair.
Yep.
That's right. He was suspended in midair.
Huh?
The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode. Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower. And suspended Nekomaru in midair.
Yeah, I like his little sleep bubble right there.
That's right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
You better not finish that sentence!
The killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Too easy.
Oh, come on, Kazuichi, come on.
So what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that.
Why?
If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall? Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
Well, what if Nekomaru actually kill himself just by moving around? I mean, it's gotta be the clock's alarm timer that woke him up and caused him to struggle, right?
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a... How would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him. There's no way they could do that.
There we go, advance. This one's going so much
someone had
better.
to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
Yes.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own?
Yeah.
Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Not the
Allow
alarm
me to
woke
cut
him up.
through those words.
What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair?
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode. Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why,
Yeah.
if something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right?
Yeah.
Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
And then, in order to make him fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off.
Yeah, I bet the killer didn't even expect the doorknob to just simply break.
In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Well, that's probably it.
And we should discuss more about that in the next stream. So, anything you want to say before I leave, Gimmick? Anything you want to say? Okay, bye, Gimmick. Okay, well, thank you all for watching. And I hope you have a good day / night. Until we can learn who the true killer is of this case. Goodbye, and see you later. Good night, everybody.